Today I'm talking about the FMS Hellcat. We got some footage of it yesterday on our grass field, our club field, flying a lot of takeoff and landings, checking out the E-Flight retracts. So I had to modify the plane just a little bit to get them to fit. It's well worth it. I got 8 flights in with the original retracts, folded up on me one time, and they never were the same since. I couldn't get them. I could always get them to work on the bench, but never on at the field. They would always fold up on me. Here it is. Check this guy. It's nice. I got a master air screw 3-blade 14x9 on here. While I was in the midst of retract failures, I didn't want to be buying new ones all the time, so I got something tough. But now that I'm having no trouble, I'm liable to just go ahead and stick with this master air screw until I've got a reason not to. Here's a good shot of these E-Flight retracts. You can see they're all aluminum. I had to widen this just a hair and then dig with the Dremel tool, allow room for the coil. The holes didn't match the FMS retract, but I was able to use the 2 aft, and I could have used the 2 forward, but I chose the aft ones because when this operates, this slides past here and then down into this channel, which is maybe kind of fuzzy, but it sticks out a little further than the retract, so I would have had to make room for it anyhow. So also the wheels closed far enough, I thought, and so I spaced this out for these holes to catch. I got a spanner of wood ply, about maybe 3/16, runs all the way back. So these 2 screws are in the original holes, 1, 2. These 2 are just kind of flying in the spanner, and then this one is at a slight angle, but into the wood, into the original hole, holding down my spanner and the unit itself. I need to do it here too. I was out of screws. This is the stock strut that comes with the E-Flight retract units. They rotate, of course, twist and turn, but they extend 100 degrees instead of 90, so I get an excellent forward rake. And I haven't nosed over yet on the grass field since I put them in. I'll do a close-up of the tires in a minute, but I'm picking grass out. But they're Dave Brown super lights, and they're super squishy, super shock absorbing. So I think that's a good thing to try to keep. First of all, knock the bounce down out of the grass field, you know, a little bit. And also it's easier on the retract and the wing and the plane. So we'll put these down. I'll let you take a look at them and see that forward rake I'm talking about. And also they sit, you know, weighted. I mean, it looks like the real thing. So I'm sold on these Dave Brown tires. And I also don't have to, like, I was using big rubber heavy captive air low bounce Dubro tires, and they're cool, but they're bulgy for one thing. So you've got to have a long enough axle and space it out on the inside, and of course then the wheel collar on the outside. Not to mention they're so heavy that when the gear are retracted, it really plays havoc with your CG. So as much as I like the rubber tires and all, at least on these twist and turn jobs, I'm going with these Dave Brown tires. So using the trusty DX6i, let me show you this gear operation. So smooth. It's well worth it to me to be able to taxi and land and take off on our clumpy grass field without having trouble. Alright, I'm going to taxi past you and come back. You got it? Mm-hmm.
I'm messing good with this hill. And just taxi right through the grass. So.
Taking off.
Alright, good.
battery died. You landed the last time, didn't you? This flies good, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
I love that master air screw on there too. Little photo pass.
Pull that battery.
No,
I left it in. All right, unplug that.
Past the moon.
Wants to fall out a little bit at the top.
One thing I was taught the trick to look out the side of the window, and that's what I did there. I looked out the side of the window. Andrews for my truck ride because he'd do it on Sunday, on the Sunday event. And Dell, he wouldn't do it on Sunday, and that couldn't work out. He had time. I was just wondering if you took over the stage job after you started.
Give more than one landing, huh?
FAA safety team, fast. FAA gear on this thing. Whatever that is. I thought I was so damn nervous that
Ooh. I better check the voltage for real this time.
military. It's all military.
Is it still? I thought it was.
Oh yeah. You gotta call ahead and make sure there's nothing going on down there.
I'll take off the window.
Call Montgomery.
Huh.
There's nothing going on. Come in, park right here. And they'll kick you right across through the one from the van. That's it. They're incoming behind you.
All right, look at my elevator. That's a high rate elevator for getting along on the grass, but I'd fly like that.
Try one of my batteries. It's a 3300. Just go ahead and try it. It's all juiced up, ready to go. The lights are just glowing.
I'm gonna come out of the other side of the trees this time. Because I'm not losing it, but it does get in the tree, and I lose my sense of the descent rate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.